Your testimony, we give you scriptural reference. We align you with that. 2 Corinthians chapter number 4, verses number 13. We have the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak. Right, this is Paul speaking here. Uthi sinawo lo ukholwa. Uthi ke njengokuthi kulotshiwe ukuthi ngiyakholwa ngakho ke ngiyakhuluma. Bese siyakholwa ngakho siyakhuluma. Amen. So I want you ubambe nje leli point angizunibambezela. The expression of faith is confession. The expression of faith is confession. It is illegal as a child of God to open your mouth. Kanti awukholwanga. The force behind the opening of your mouth has to be faith. Amen. Bazalwane bami. Angale phansi. The expression of faith is confession. So wonke okukholiwe uyakhuluma, othulile akakholwanga ilutho. How do we know that you have reached that level of faith? Through your confession. Leli Bible umama womopho wezwa ngoJesu. Bese ithi uma esezwe ngoJesu wayesethi kuye, uma ngibona uJesu ngithinta umphetho wengubo, I know ngizolungelwa idaba. I love a translation that she kept on saying. I saw another one, she told herself. Wayenza lento, wayenza isivumo sakhe. Wane nje wakholwa ukuthi lento engiyitshela ngoJesu iyiqiniso. Wathi ke naw sengingakhuluma mangibona uJesu ngathinta umphetho wengubo yakhe ngizophila. The tendency with confession is that words function in the realm yokuthi when they have been declared, they don't miss the target. Right? Makuthiwa konke engaduki nje yizwe elikhulunyiwe. Let's come on the natural. Ningenihlale nidingide igama lamsimanga. Lo kuyena ohamba phambili ngokukhuluma. Bese kuvele ngene ucingo lamsimanga kuyena. Bese ethi hey, yazi imhlolwa ke la. Ngikhuluma ngawe la. The atmosphere in a tendency umkhathi une tendency ongageji in transferring words, in creating a conducive environment for manifestation. So when the word has not been declared, there should be no expectation. Ubheka njengokukhuluma kwakho, ukukhuluma njengokholwa kwakho. Hayi. Umama wezwa ngoJesu, umama wakholwa, umama wakhuluma. So ma eseza emva kaJesu usezela manifestation of the word that she had declared. Ithana mina bazalwane bami. Ngicela ukuyiphinda lento. Mawusuze wakholwa umlomo ungasawuvala. Ngoba lokukholwa lokhu kuzokwenza ukukhuluma. Lokukhuluma amazwi will cause the environment to be conducive. Hence Proverbs 18 will say to us, verse 21, ngokuba amandla okuphila nokufa asolimini. And I want you to think about that. The power of death and life life is in your tongue. And then I know to befundisi bami. Ufika ingelosi itshela uZakaria uthi hayi uzokhulelwa uElizabeth. uZakaria uyayiphikisa ingelosi. Uthi kanjani? Nalowo mthandazo sesawukhohlwa. And look to the angel. Ithi ingelosi, what I'm going to do ngizokuvala umlomo. So that whatever you think kuphelele ngaphakathi kungaphumi emlomeni. Because lokukhuluma might cause miscarriage. Lokukhuluma ngalo mosulu ukukhuluma uthi kanjani njobosho kanjena nje sizoba nenkinga la. Ngoba mina ngiphethe izwe and kuzoba njengalilizwe ngiliphethe. To save lelizwe likaSimakade that must manifest empilweni yakho nonkosikazi wakho ngizovala umlomo wena. Kwenzakalani la? Ingelosi yazi ukuthi uma engaqhubeka akukhuluma kuzawulimala lento esesibelethweni. Amazwi ayaphuma I am cutting. When you check the book of Psalms, I might not pick up the exact chapter. Kutwa, I think it's 103. To our angels are hearkened by the voice of his word. Ushuthi uma uke wavula umlomo, there are assigned angels ezithi uNkulunkulu lo okhulumayo. Bazali bami. Angiphinde. Mawuke angithi ingelosi zilinda ukwenza isiqiniseko. So ukuthi njengoba ukhuluma there is manifestation. Kuzoba njengoba ukhulumile. Ngoba ngokwezingelosi the book of Hebrews says they are ministering spirits unto us. Wonke umuntu unezingelosi ezilinda avula umlomo. Bazalwane ningalahleki. So wonke umuntu unama ministering spirits. Those are angels ezilinde uvula umlomo. So now uma nje uke wavula umlomo sithatha lelizwi lithi ngeke kwenze okunye ufanele kwenzeke njengoba ashilo. This is a subject for another day. But I'm saying, when you have believed, the expression is confession. Now, listen to this one. But this one thing good about confession is that confession declares the expectation, which is the final outcome. Confession ima on the side of what shall actually manifest. Confession iti kuzoba nje. So ayishi process ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani kwenzaka. No, iti kuzoba nje. Let me take another scenario. uNkulunkulu uyafika uthi Abraham thatha umfana uyonikela ngaye. Lo mfana uyonikela ngaye asibuyele emuva udaba lusukaphi. Udaba lusuke ekuthaneni uthe uAbraham nginikeze indlalifa. Yini indlalifa? Indlalifa umuntu othatha ifa. Ufa lo onefa bese indlalifa ithathe over. Angithi yayibona lonto? So uthi uAbraham uNkulunkulu nginikeze indlalifa. So makazalwa lo mfana kuzalwa indlalifa. You must underline that one. From nowhere uNkulunkulu uthi thatha umfana lo ungenzele ngaye abe umnikelo. uAbraham uyamthatha. You know the part abashumela bayithandayo. Umfana sekuphetho zonke izinto uthi umfana kubaba wakhe, baba nanku umlilo nazi izikuni. Kodwa ingathi imvu yomnikelo, the sacrifice asiphathanga. All right? Uthi uAbraham kumfana wakhe uThixo uzozibonela ngoba uyanqaba ukushintsha statement ngoba lo buza indlalifa uNkulunkulu ombiza ngesacrifice. uAbraham nokholo lwakhe alifuna ukubiza indlalifa ngomnikelo. Awubazana ngazi noma writing. Uthi Abraham, faith says to me indlalifa le, and I cannot move from that. So much that I cannot confess another thing. Ngimila ekuthaneni indlalifa. bayasuka bayafika kuleyo ntaba baya kuyona, thatha izinto kufanele bakhuphuke, uthi kubafundi uyisebenzi zakhe, yabona ake nisale lana ke manje udaba liphakathi kwami nondodana sikhuphukela kusimakade, bese he makes a statement, sizobuya. I-confession yakhe imi on the side of the final outcome. Ayisho ukuthi kuzo-process ithini, ithi manje sesisuka la sigoduka sobe sisonke nonyana, yet lo ndodana ahamba naye uNkulunkulu uthe kuyena uyonikela ngaye. Hayi bazana bami, kodwa ukholo kuyena luthi ayikazi indlalifa yabe sacrifice. Therefore I decide ukuma ngase side lokukholwa ngikhuluma iside lalokho engikukholiweyo, in spite of the process. The process will not change my confession. Because into engifuna ukuba nayo mangibuya la entabeni, ngifuna ukuba nonyana wami, ngoba uma angafa kuqala lelifa seliyodla ubani. Ne right bazalwane? Then he came back, as you know the text. Bekwelwa ulwandle olubovu. Are you all good, eh? Bekwelwa no, not Red Sea, I mean to say. Bekwelwa ichibi laphana, going to the other side. Jesus uthi kubona, let us cross over to the other side. Bafundi bonke bangena. Mabengena kulomkhumbi ukuthi bawelela ngaphesheya. Ithi incwadi engcwele endleleni bangakafiki la bayangakhona, a storm occurred, an unexpected pandemonium occurred. Sebesukile ngala bakafiki ngala, kuthiwa the boat was in great danger. The commander in chief othi asiye ngaphesheya ulele in a boat that is in danger. Hayi leyo asiyeke izawusidusa so yakwenye indawo. Umkhumbi usengozini, lo onikeze instruction ne command yokuthi asingene kulomkhumbi siya ngaphesheya, lobungozi balomkhumbi ingazathi akabuzwa yena. Uyabona neBhayibheli, he was resting in a boat that is in danger. Then I'm saying to myself, uphumula njani emkhumbini osengxakini? And saying na ipicture nje encane just for tonight, na ipicture encane ukuthi lo banikeze i-command. He was very specific in this journey. He says, let us cross over unto the other side. So the destiny is clear here. Sizawufika ngaphesheya. So as according to him, so zesiphelele endleleni. Second thing, I want to suggest that he had foreseen the storm and said to himself, yini engcono ukuhlala emkhumbini nokuhlala ezweni. Then he said, the best way angibanikeze izwi so that the boat and myself sikulelizwe. So umkhumbi ungaba sengozini, kodwa it won't fade the word. Uma nje singabamba ukuthi uthe siya ngaphesheya, sisinde sisengozini, siphile kufiwa, siphakama kushonwa phansi, siqine ebuthakathakeni, because usinikeze izwi lidlula imeko. Lelizwe asinikeze lona lidlula imeko yobungozi bomkhumbi, ngoba lizosustaina noma singafika utshekile umkhumbi, kodwa into egarantiwe siya ngaphesheya. Gave them that word. Bangena emkhumbini intending to cross to the other side. Challenges occurred, and this is the statement that I want to push you into. Bavusa uJesu because the boat is in danger, and this is the statement they made. But Lord, don't you care that we are going to die? And Jesus woke up, silenced the storm, and turned to them and said, where is your faith? Where is the question coming from? The question is provoked by a statement. How do you say siyafa kade singena uthe siya ngaphesheya? sifanjani singakafiki ngaphesheya. So uJesu naye challenge yakhe, he's saying to himself, these guys, how do you change your confession because of a situation? I cannot change what I believe. Because this confession, sebekushintshile kade bekukholiwe. Ngesikhathi bengena emkhumbini bathi siyangaphesheya. Situation okay bashintsha siyafa. uJesu udinwa ilonto ukuthi how do you change? From the word that I've given you, we are going to the other side. And I expected okay then you are changing confession siyafa njani. Your confession is your faith. You right, Bazanaba? Because the moment you open your mouth, you make a declaration, you are creating an atmosphere. This is my expectation. So this confession, because it is a declaration of the expectation. Also, it is a command to the future. Yeah, but I'm right. Because it is the word that comes out and shape the future and say, this is my expectation. And now a fool would man figure like yobegunje. How truly ukholiwe. Aziqedile asiphumelele. Awuthuli ukholiwe. Awuthuli. Awukwazi ukuthula ukholiwe. How do we know that you have believed through confession? Right, Bazabam? Siyawubona kanjani ukuthi ukholiwe through confession? Because your confession declares what you believe. Ukholwa yini sizwe emlomeni. And lento which you are declaring is not just a statement, but is your expectation. And I'm going to surprise you here. Romans 10, it will say, umuntu ukholwa ngenhliziyo kube ukulunga. Bese ithi avume ngomlomo kube insindiso. Note something here. Salvation is possible. Salvation is the plan of God. Salvation is for everyone. But the reality of this salvation manifests only at confession. Uma uJesu ungazange wamkholwa wamvuma, asikwazi ukukhomba insindiso kuwe. Ngoba lokho sukukholiwe, you start declaring it, then it manifests. You are becoming that. It is important that when you believe, ungabsathula. Nikuzwa mangphinde make wakholwa ungabsathula, because into ezokwenzakala once you believe and you begin to confess, the next thing is manifestation. Ndothi memeza uJesu uyadlula, uJesu uyama mletheni ngoba uyabona ukuthi ayiboni njengoba yiza, yafika yama phambi kwakhe uyibona kahle ukuthi ayiboni, kodwa uthi kuyona ngikwenzele. Uthi give me your expectation in a form of the word, then I will bring it to be a thing. Haya uthi okay khona usukholiwe bongeke ungangimemezi ungakholwa ungimemeze ngoba ukholiwe, therefore declare your expectation. Confession is a declaration of your expectation. Awubalisi uthi ngimlindelela uThixo. Now, you as a child of God, na indlela esihamba kuyona. Sikhuluma njengoba sikholiwe. So look around and say, oh, isimo sinje. Bese uthula until you check what you believe. Then from there you open your mouth. Because whatever you shall declare, that shall be established. That's what Job says. Job sinjengamakhosi. Uma inkosi ke yavula umlomo, that thing is established. Oh, bazalwane bami right. Uthi nje maka nje inkosi yavula umlomo, that thing is established. Ngeke kusenzeke okunye. So I'm saying to you, you as a child of God, ziqaphele ukuthi sowukholiwe njengoba uvula umlomo. Because many of us would even say, hey, le nto angathi ayisebenzi. Ingoba ayisebenziswa ukuthi unomlomo, isenziswa ukuthi lo mlomo uvulwe ukhola. Oh, I wish you heard that one. Okungenzeka uyideclare kanti ngoba unomlomo. Kanti ufanele umlomo uphushe ukuthi sowukholiwe. Amen, bazalwane. So what the only thing nje bantwana wasekhaya, a manifestation depends on God. uNkulunkulu uzokwenza kwenzakala. But you must come with faith. And that faith must be expressed through confession. Let me put it this way so that ngizohlala phansi. Ufana nomuntu oze esitolo. I told you many times, when you go to the shop, uzukuyiphethe le oyoyifuna esitolo. Yeah, when you go to the shop, ufika nayo le ozoyifuna khona. Whether usinko ufika naso, whether igross ufika nayo. Uma ufika esitolo, ubanikeze yona in the form of the word. Lo ngale kwe-account uthi ngicela isinko, umnikeza amazwi. Yena in return akunikeze isinko. It is an exchange. Umnikeza amazwi akunikeze into. That's what confession does. Ngoba uthatha lamazwi wabeke uNkulunkulu. Bese uNkulunkulu athatha lamazwi into manifestation. This you must know njengomntwana kaNkulunkulu. Ngiyacela, this you must know. Uphile ngakho uwazi ukuthi your confession. Let's look at this. Because uma ukholiwe kodwa uthulile, usimoshela isikhathi kulento ngabe sekushawula izandla all over kwathi uJesu umkhulu. Manje uyasibambezela. Lokuthula kuyasilimaza. Lalelani bantwana basekhaya. Lo baba lo khona lo eholu Israel uMoses igama lakhe. Mayexabana noNkulunkulu in the book of Numbers chapter number what do you call? Is it 20 verse 12 if it's namandla. When you read that chapter, uthi uNkulunkulu hamba Moses uye edwaleni uthi kulo khipha amanzi. Moses uyahamba uye edwaleni uyalishaya. uNkulunkulu uyambiza uthi Moses asihlukane manje, asihlukane ngempela ke manje, sihlukana serious. Because la ukuba ukukhulumile bebeyothi labantu kwehlukile lo uNkulunkulu. Oh, nalahleka basana bami. Usho you go verse chapter 20 verse 12. Uthi uNkulunkulu, because you did not believe me in my word to make me different. Uthi uNkulunkulu uma unganemphumela from confession, abantu bohambe bebabaza. Bethu ayishilo lento. Mkhulu uNkulunkulu wakhe ngoba bakuzwa udeclare ebumnyameni kwavela ukukhanya. Uma lokukhanya kuvela ababuki wena, babuka lo uNkulunkulu okhanyisile. Uthi uNkulunkulu nje benoMoses baqatshaniswe indaba yokuthi uMoses ahluleke nje ukuza kulento ye confession. Now uNkulunkulu amounts ukungakhulumi as unbelief. Hey bazana bami, injobelo ngiyafuna ukuyivala kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi ayivaleke. I'm saying uNkulunkulu ubuka uMoses. Uthi yazi Moses into ebange nje ukuthi angakhuluma edwaleni akusiwona ukuthi udiniwe. No, akusiwona ukuthi udiniwe. Akakhulumanga edwaleni ngoba akanalo ukholo. So sekusobala ukuthi yonke lemangaliso abeyenza, he was dependent on the rod. The rod was convincing. Because yena uMoses ulahlekele imfihlakalo ukuthi this rod has never worked on its own. Bengimnikeza izwi bese li execute ngenduku. manje uthi uNkulunkulu beka induku eceleni uthathiswe linjengoba linjalo uyikhuluma edwaleni ngoba it's the same word ebengithi ngalophakamisa, it's the same word ebengithi ngaloshaya, it's the same word kade ngithi khomba, it's the same word. Manje ngithi yenza njena beka induku eceleni uthi umuzi uthi uNkulunkulu ngoba umuke wabeka induku eceleni wakhuluma othi abantu sake sazibona izinto kodwa le yalo uNkulunkulu okukhulunywa nedwala likhipha amanzi uthi manje sewungilimazile Moses asihlukane. And note when Joshua takes over, the first thing uNkulunkulu ayisho kuJoshua, Joshua 1 verses number 8, le ncwadi yomthetho ingasuka emlomeni. Says this is the failure of Moses and I want you to rectify it, Joshua. Le ncwadi ingasuka emlomeni. So your expression of faith is confession. Ungathuli kanti sowukholiwe. So uNkulunkulu uzokwenzela ulinde ukukhuluma. Unakho ukwenza. Ephesians 3:20. He is able to do exceeding abundantly far above imaginations, beyond what you can imagine and ask. It is according to the power that is at work in you. But lokwenza is dependent on your confession. Suthula sowukholiwe. Ngiyacela suthula. Make wakhola ungasawuvala umlomo. Uzokwenza kushilo. Oh. Ungathuli, ungavuma unqabe ukuthula. Imeko iphike ukhuphukele ngaphezulu kodwa yena uThixo uthembekile. Yonke into ithi ngase kwenze ukuthi akuzulunga la because of 1 2 and 3 bese uthi I know with my God ingekho into econvisayo ukuthi there are possibilities here lutho ukholo kodwa uthembekile othembisayo. I have imaginations ya Abraham iminyaka seyaphika ukuba ubaba wesizwe kodwa eqhubeka ezibiza ngobaba wesizwe. Ingekho ingane egcikeni. So much that iBhayibheli lithi kwathi makufa isibeletho uguga umzimba wakhe bese lithi ukholo lwakhe grew strong. Lwathi ukholo ingane ngeke ivesi ivele kithi. Shamahata. Lathi ukholo ingane ayizuvela kithi. Izovela kulo ithembisile. Wasememezela uthembekile. Othembisayo. Wamemezela wathi lo ubisi izinto ezingekho sesikhona. Ungathuli sowukholiwe. Sibantu beconfession. Sibantu beconfession. Ungathuli kanti sowukholiwe. Abantu abazi ukuthi khona ozokwenzela. Khona azoyenza. Fanele ufike nje ukwazeka ukuthi cha noma umnyango wavalwa nini kodwa nawe sengikholiwe uzawuvulela. Siyabantu beconfession. Nikhona bazaba siyabantu bokholo, abantu bokholo abawuvala umlomo. Bakhuluma. Bakhuluma kungenzekanga lutho abantwana basekhaya. Ingekho into ethembisayo. Sithi asihlebezele sisho yonke into amemezele yethu athi umoya wami Nkosi ulambele wena sengidinga wena. Ya wena yonke into iyaphika. Iphika naye na lo uNkulunkulu.